So fun fact, I've actually already recorded this video, but I have to do it again because I was out of focus the whole time. But let's do it anyway. Hey, how's it going, guys? Noah back again with Grandma's Tech. And a lot of smartphones came out this year, some better than others, but this is my list for the top 5 smartphones of the year, and here we go. Now, I would give this number 5 choice to the Galaxy Note 7, but because of the explosions, no. So I'm going to give it to the Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. And it's the top of the line phones that Samsung has to offer right now, and it has a really great display, a really good camera that you should be interested in if you're a huge photographer on your phone. And what I really like is its Samsung Pay feature, which allows you to tap and pay at any card reader terminal, and which is way different from Android Pay and Apple Pay, which only allows you to do it at certain stores that accept that payment. But Samsung Pay works anywhere where credit cards are accepted, and if you're really into that and paying with your phone, highly recommend this phone. Now, my number 4 pick you might not have heard of, but goes to the Xiaomi Mi Mix. And I'll leave a video explaining everything about it down below, but really you need to worry about is its display. It's what they're calling a bezel-less display, and it's amazing. It's everything you want your smartphone to be right now. If you look at this phone and then look at your phone later, you're like, oh, why are my bezels so huge? I hate this. It's really great display, and I think there's rumors that Samsung's going to implement it in their S8, which I think will be great, because then when Samsung does it, and maybe other manufacturers will follow suit, LG, Motorola, maybe even Pixel and Apple down the road. But this display is something to keep your eye on, because it is something that is not going away, and it's going to keep showing up in 2017, 2018, and down the road. And my next pick is going to the Moto Z and the Moto Z Force. So why I'm picking this phone is its modularity features. It comes with something called Moto Mods, which allows you to snap on any accessories to the back of the phone, and it connects with pins and magnets. So there's numerous things you can connect. There's even a designated camera. There's multiple power packs. There's projectors, JBL speaker, and they've just added a car dock to put your phone on the car dock and have your phone be in front of you when you're driving for navigation and stuff. That's useful, and this really shows modularity smartphones and what they can do, modular smartphones and what they can do. And I like the idea of modular smartphones. I'm a big fan of it, and I think it's something that if manufacturers want to pursue, they can make it really great. Like Motorola did, they've made it pretty good. But even if you're not into the modularity features, the phone still has a pretty good camera and almost stock Android with a couple of Motorola and Verizon bloatware on top of it. Oh yeah, and you can only get it if you're a Verizon customer. So if you're not, you should just move on to the next option. Now, the next option is the Google Pixel and Google Pixel XL. So Google really stepped up from their Nexus line into Pixel, and they've improved everything with what Nexus wanted to be. So great camera, great camera. It's probably my favorite camera of the year. So if you're into that, this is probably the best phone to get for the camera. Great photos and great videos come out of this. You can look at some online. They really don't disappoint. It performs great in low light too, and it's actually the first phone to work with their Daydream VR. So if you're into VR or want to get into VR, this is the first phone that supports Google's Daydream VR software. And the Pixels are running pure stock Android 2 7.1 Nougat, and it has the Google Assistant built in, so if you're really into that, this is the phone to get as of right now. And actually, this is the design not many people like. Some people are like, yeah, I like it. Some people are like, no. I'm kind of in the middle. I've held it before. I like that it's thick. Like a lot of smartphones, especially the one I'm using, it's thin. It's really thin and like thin to hold, but like this Google Pixel and Google Pixel XL was thick. And it felt better to hold to me. Like I can get more of a grasp on it. And the number 1 smartphone that came out this year, I'm going to give it to the OnePlus 3 and OnePlus 3T. Now, putting these in the same category, even though the OnePlus 3T is technically the newer flagship, but if you don't want to pay the extra $40 for the OnePlus 3T and get the upgraded internals, you can get the OnePlus 3. I'll leave the review I made down below, and I'll leave my OnePlus 3T thoughts up and down in the description below. And it's a great phone for the price. You have to consider the price when you're thinking about the OnePlus 3 and 3T. lots of smartphones come out with low prices and their features don't impress. It has a sucky camera, bad display, bad battery life. OnePlus 3 raises the bar to here, and OnePlus 3T. It has a great 1080p display, which saves a lot on the good battery life. A great camera. I really like the camera quality and the photos and videos that come out of it. You will not be disappointed. I would give this my second choice for smartphone cameras of 2016. And everything else about it, the software is great. You get the slightly pure stock Android with a couple Oxygen OS features on top of it. The dash chart is really great. There's not a lot I can say about it. It's all in the review, so you should go check that out. And for an honorable mention, I'm going to give it to the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus, because a lot of Apple guys and girls out there that are really hardcore Apple fans, but the iPhone 7 is the best of what Apple has to offer. iOS 10, the iPhone 7 Plus has those dual cameras, so if you're into that. And it's actually the first iPhone that has a non-clicky home button, so the home button doesn't actually click. So that's kind of interesting if you even care about that. But honorable mention goes to the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. Well, let's say you're not looking for a smartphone to buy for the holidays. Maybe you just want to know what the best tech was that came out in 2016. Well, I also uploaded a video on that today, so I'll leave a link for it somewhere in this video or down below. The best tech that came out in 2016. So if you want to look at that, check that out. But other than that, these are the best smartphones of 2016. Your OnePlus 3 and 3T are the winner. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.